So my wife's car had a run-in with a pole.
2018 Mazda CX-5, and she somehow turned into a basketball hoop that was in or near the road.
She sent me these pictures with no explanation, and initially I thought it was a hit-and-run situation or someone clipped her in a parking lot, but I was wrong. She did the hitting. So today I'm going to remove the door card and replace the mirror.
And this should be all I need, but we'll see.
Well, I do need a key, don't I?
On the inside handle, this little plastic piece needs to come off. I'm hoping this is thin enough to get under there and pop it out. Come on. And it is. Reveals that Phillips head screw right there.
And after that screw is removed, this little clip right here will release the handle from the door card. That happens later, but this is the best shot of the little tab.
And this little rubber cover should come out too, to hopefully reveal another screw.
So I'm going to remove this screw first.
And now this one. Come on. Come on, buddy. And this is always the nerve-wracking part for me. So I'm going to get between the door and the door card and pry out all the way around. I'm going to hear some pop, 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 pop.
Actually, I get my hands in here on this one. That's 1, 2. You get the idea. I'm going to go all the way around. All right, I think that's all of them except for one that lives up here. And I saw a tip that once you have all the others off, this one will release if you push up on the panel. Let's see if that's true. Maybe there's still another one. There is. So now we're gonna see if we can push up and it come out. All right, and it does not look like we broke anything. That's always good. So if the door panel is free, oh no, there's one more up here. All right, door panel is free. We're not disconnecting anything. We're just gonna let it kind of sit here. And this is where we need to get to remove the side mirror.
Even though I think it would be okay, I put my little stool there to take pressure off the connections in the wiring.
I'm guessing these arrows are telling me where I need to try to get it out from. And that's right. So you'll push in here, that releases that tab, and pushing in there releases that one.
To get a lay of the land, I went and looked at the new mirror and saw there are 3 bolts and 2 pins and 1 fastener. And if you look, you can see that 2 of the bolts are blocked by the window. So what I'm going to do is see if lowering the window allows me to get straight at those bolts.
It looks like that worked.
So now I have direct access to those 3 bolts. So I'm going to remove them and any wires that are connected that I see coming out of it. This is the connection to the mirror, and it goes in and it goes around that vertical track just in there so that the window doesn't hit it. So I'm going to remove it here and see if I can snake it out.
So that's disconnected. There's a tab over here that you press that releases this. So now I'm going to remove those bolts I showed you. 1, 2, 3. And it's not going to fall because of the 2 pins and the 1 fastener that's in there. And they're all the same.
An additional tool that I didn't plan on were these needle nose pliers. So that little white fastener right there, I'm just going to squeeze it. So that I can release the mirror from the door. Or maybe this would be better for it. But you see the game. I'm just trying to release it. And does that do it? Does that do it? That does do it.
All right, so that releases it, but still got to get all the wiring free.
And it is really snaked back there.
I got to think about how I'm going to get this out.
This part is non-trivial, at least for me anyway.
It's just turning that corner is tricky. So I did just push up on the wire, and then that started to give it some slack, but it's coming. Well, I pushed up on it, and I think that wedged it a little. It gave it slack in the beginning. So now I'm trying to unwedge it. Almost got it.
I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I got to get the connector around the track for the window. I just about got it. All right, it just took a quick yank and it came out. So now we got to fish the new connector back in where that one was. All right, so this is kind of tricky. Snake it in and around the window track. You know what? I'm gonna stick this in so that I have more free hands. It should hold it. Yeah, that'll hold it. The new wire has to go behind that window track. I hope the camera gets it. I have to get it a funky angle. I think what you can do is put your hand in, make sure it goes around the back of it. There's a lot more room down low than there is up top. Oof, if you got big hands, this will not work for you. All right, so got it now. I'm just making sure that the rest comes through without a big kink. Almost. As you can see, this one isn't quite as long as the previous one. So there we go. That does it. And now put this back on and reconnect it. And that is just enough. There's a little bit of slack, but not much. You know what? We forgot to put the bolts in. How y'all let me do that? Now, just to not let these fall in, that would make for a bad morning. I just dropped the 10mm socket into the door, so I'm gonna see if I can get that out, but not before I put the other one in. All right, unexpected fun. I'm gonna see if I can get the 10mm socket I dropped out. To get the whole door card off, I only had to remove these two connectors. There it is. This 10mm socket will not be lost. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. So when we took off the door card, 2 of these stayed. So let's see if we can get them off and put them back in the door card. So I got this behind it, and let's see if I can pop it all the way out. There we go. Try the same thing with this one. I should have ordered extras of these, but I thought I was gonna be lucky. There we go. The side that attaches to the door card might not stay in, but we'll give it a shot. Actually, it did stay in. And let's see if this one will stay in. Oh, well, even though it was cracked a little, they both will do their job. And this one is the tricky one. So I'm going to push in on the tabs on the side, and that should allow me to pull it out. I can attach it to the door such that the whole door just goes straight on. My lovely wife is going to be my third hand. Let's push in on this side and just pull straight out. Pull harder, harder.
Fine.
There we go. So now this is going to go in the door, and it is going to go right here like this. See if we can get it in there. There we go. So I'm going to quickly reconnect the connectors that I removed, and the handle goes like that. So after that, then this snaps in, and now we can put the door on. Just making sure everything is lined up as I pop it back in. I think that's it. And now the 2 screws that hold the door card securely to the door. That's one. And now the cover. And the cover for in there. So now we got to see if everything in the mirror works. All right, I think we're good. Yeah, so everything's working. She now has a working side mirror. Quick note is that it is not painted. And unless I pointed out to you, you wouldn't know that it wasn't painted. The benefits of having a black CX-5. Anything you want to say to the people, baby? We will continue to document everything we do to maintain our CX-5. If you would like to follow along, hit subscribe. If you would like to see the things we've already done to our CX-5, check out our playlist. Thanks for watching. Take care.